This is MD Badshah Alam from Katihat High School virtual classroom. This is for 9 vocational. So dear students, I hope you are all well. Are you ready for this class? My continuous discussion about English 1. Today I am discussing about English grammar, parts of speech. Students, you write down an example. Number 1. He is a good boy. This is a sentence. Why do we call it a sentence? Because all these words of this sentence are sitting arrangedly one by one, and this expresses a full meaning. So we call it a sentence. Every word, that means he is a good boy. All are part of speech. Why do we call them parts of speech? Because all of these words are expressing some meaning. He is a what? He is a what? He is pronoun. He is a meaning. We refer it the male. Gender is a what? It expresses a meaning. A also a what? Good is what and boy is what. So this is a full sentence and it expresses the full meaning. Students, now I am telling you definition of parts of speech. Actually, every word or each word in a sentence is a part of speech which expresses a meaning. Each word means he is a good boy. Each word, he is a part of speech, is a part of speech, a is a part of speech, good is a part of speech, and boy is a part of speech. Because every word or each word expresses a complete meaning. So we call it parts of speech. Now students, now I am classify the part of speech. You know that. So now I am giving you a definition about the parts of speech. Each word each word in a sentence. Each word in a sentence is a part of speech. Is a part of speech. Example, I wrote before a sentence for you. He is good boy. Good is he. He is a partial speech, is a partial speech, good is a partial speech, and boy is a part of speech. So, all the words of this sentence are parts of speech. So, students, now I am classify the parts of speech according to their countability. Noun according to their countability or parts of speech are of 8 kinds. 8 kinds. Number 1, noun. Number 2, pronoun. Number 3, adjective. Number 4, verb. Adverb. Number 5, preposition. Number 7, conjunction. And number 8, interjection. Students, all English words in all papers, all books, all documents, all copies, in all documents, all copies, all books, who use some of the words, any words for maintaining a communication, for expressing our ideas, for performing our information for others. So every words of written language are any parts of speech. That means 8 kinds of parts of speech. So number 1, noun, pronoun. Number 2, 3, adjective. 4, verb. 5, adverb. 6, preposition. 7, conjunction. 8, interjection. You should pronounce all 8 kinds of parts of speech correctly. I Again, I pronounce 8 kinds. That means 1 noun. Okay, students, can you pronounce it? This is noun. Number 2, pronoun. Number 3, adjective. Number 4, verb. Number 5, adverb. Number 6, preposition. Preposition. Actual pronunciation, this is preposition, but sometimes we pronounce it preposition, no doubt. Okay, you can pronounce preposition, preposition, no doubt. Of course, actual pronunciation for the Englishman pronounce it preposition. Number 7, conjunction. Conjunction. Number 8, interjection. Interjection. All things, names, place are noun. Instead of noun, when we use any word instead of noun, we call it pronoun. Adjective, the quality, quantity of noun or pronoun, we call adjective. Verb, we cannot express our ideas in a sentence without verb. That means I wrote before a sentence, he is a good boy. Here is a verb. He is a good boy, is a verb. Adverb, when we emphasize the verbs, we call it adverb. This is a modifying word. Preposition, we can use preposition to emphasize the noun or pronoun. It uses before noun or pronoun. To express the fully ideas of a sentence, we use preposition. Conjunction, in any sentence, when we can join two sentences, we use conjunction for our better meaning. An interjection, when we express our ideas in emotionally, so we should use the interjectional word. Students, now I am discussing in details about noun. You know that we use noun for man, person and thing. So every day we use various kinds of information to ours and communicate our message to others and our ideas to others. So we should use the correct noun. Actually, I am writing some words here. Anika. Anika is a what? And Anika is a person. He is also a person, but he is not noun. This is pronoun. Anika is noun. Why do we call it noun? Because it refers to a person. When a noun is a word, I am writing here. I hope you will note down on your notebook. Students, I am writing a definition. A noun is a word used to refer to people, animals, objects, substances, states, ideas, and feelings. This is called noun. What is noun? Actually, a noun is the naming word. Of course, I have written here the full definition of noun. A noun is a word used to refer to people. Noun refers to people, person, animals, objects, things, substances, states, ideas, and feelings are called noun. Suppose I am writing some of the example about it. Shanta lives in Rajshahi. Rajshahi with her parents. She is a student of class 6. She is a student of class 6. She goes to school regularly. She goes to school regularly. She loves to read books. She loves to read books. She also loves music. Loves music. All her friends are fond of her. All her friends are fond of her. Students, now I am underlining the keywords. Shanta, Rajshahi, parents, student, school, books, music, friends, all are noun. Because these are all naming words, they are called nouns. Noun are a large number of things, names of people, names of countries, names of cities, names of foods, names of fruits, names of flowers, names of animals, names of qualities, names of institutions, and names of relations. All these things are nouns. So students, you should practice every day at your home for better understanding about persuasive speech. You should practice your text regularly. You know that noun can be countable and uncountable. He has many friends. Kamal has given me some good news. Urmi borrowed some books from the library. Afsana eats bread for breakfast. Jahid's father is a teacher. Here, friends, news, books, library, breakfast, father, teacher. So countable nouns have two forms, singular and plural form. The singular form refers to one person or thing, and the plural form refers to more than one person or thing. So I hope you have understood better. So every day you practice at your home. Don't go out without any mask. I hope be safety and healthy at your home. Thank you for your cooperation.